why? I don't know. I have bags I don't use. I guess I should sell them and get some money, but why? And one day I might want them and I don't need the coins today. So she's hawking the shit on TikTok, trying to sell her used stuff, a la Kim Zolciak. She's at the drag bar. The tickets, we talked about it recently. The tickets are being given away at some of these places. And so do you realize villains? The last thing she actually had was villains. And by the way, I'm not saying she's not going to get something, but villains, you realize that was over a year ago. Do you realize that check and that signature and all that happened February-ish of 2024? It's like, think about it, do the math. So shame on you for saying that you would turn down wife swap. Pathological lying. Okay. Anyway, let's quickly get to Sonja Morgan. We'll cover all these topics in depth this week. Sonja Morgan. I told you recently, I'm sticking to it. I'm worried about Teddy. I think it's great that the tumor shrunk. This is amazing. I love it. She just got the tattoo for John Mellencamp. Love me some 80s music. I love Teddy's attitude, and this is amazing. I'm worried about her. I'm starting to worry more about Sonja Morgan. We all know what happened last week. I've been saying for decades. Sonja blocked me because I went to her live show. I gave an honest report that she is in severe trouble. Let's go listen to all those episodes. I had her interns on before. This goes back years. I said this woman is not, this is, again, we're in the fucking twilight zone. So it's not up to me. I'm not doing an intervention with Sonja. I don't give a fuck about Sonja Morgan. She's not my mother. She's not my sister. But y'all should be worried. Quincy, you should do a fucking intervention. So last week, we all know Tucci, great restaurant in New York. Shout out to Max. She was, kicked out. I mean, I would have had her arrested. You left without paying the bill. I actually would have pressed charges. So now it happened again. She has an incident 2 days later. So you're run out in New York. Like, think about it. Sonja is going to come back. Don't go to the Mark Hotel. Don't go. This is so embarrassing. Wherever you go to sit your ass down in New York City, they're going to be staring at you and watching. Uh, Embarrassing. Stay home. Anyway, she goes back to Florida. It's a little less expensive there. There's no income tax. She can't afford to be in New York. Fine, no hardships. That's what happens in life. She's now banned in Florida, so she shows up. So this is what happened. So we all know about the Tucci's thing. Now, days, if this isn't a cry for help, guys, I don't know what is. And please don't think I'm going. People thought I was too kind on Sonja. I am more disgusted with Sonja Morgan, or as disgusted as I am with Teresa, probably more. So days after being banned, and she is banned from this spot, Max Tucci has tripled down, called into Jeff Lewis. She is banned. That according to a report on May 16th, Sonja seemed upset. So she was in Palm Beach at another place, and she seemed upset. She spoke loudly to the responding officers. Officers were called to a restaurant staff for about 15 minutes. She was loaded into a stretcher and placed into the back of the ambulance. Now, I've read a lot of things in different places. Rumor is at one point they were going to arrest her. The owner wanted to arrest her for trespassing. That's what I read. Now, if that is true and that is the case, I only assume one of two things happened. Sonja walked in, and there is the scarlet letter, the joke, the woman that doesn't pay her bills. Now, if I ran a restaurant and you walked in, I would kick you the fuck out because you don't pay your bills. So she either walked in and they said, there's that scam artist that doesn't pay her bills. Get her out of here. Or they didn't recognize her and she sat down and she was having a lovely evening. But as she always does, she was a drunken liability to the place, a liability, cut off, a get out. I've been out with Sonja. She goes from lovely to the darkest, most evil person when that drink turns her. So she either walked in and they said, there's the scam artist, get out. And she said, excuse me, I'm a Morgan, you don't throw me out. To which they said, you're trespassing, we'll call the police. Or they said, welcome, we have no idea who you are. And then she was drunk and they said, get out, and she wouldn't. Speaking of the police outlet, the Palm Beach police revealed the officers and firemen arrived due to do. They got a medical call around 9:45. It seems like she called the ambulance for somebody, which she called it for herself. This is a story TBD. And then eventually they said you either leave in a police car or you leave in the ambulance. Sounds to me like she was a drunken, intoxicated mess. And they said, we're going to take you down and book you, or you go in the police car. You got to get out of here. The report is at this point unable to confirm. By tomorrow, when you hear this, maybe it'll in a couple hours. I'm recording in the morning. Maybe things will change. There's somebody from the inside that said the police gave her two options: leave in the back of the car or the ambulance. She couldn't walk down the steps on her own. We're not sure what happened inside, but I've read and heard from reliable sources that they were talking to her about trespassing. She has not made a statement yet. I believe this is not going to end well for Sonja. And when I say it's not going to end well, I mean it's not going to end well. It's time to get out of the delusion, people. Things are not okay for Sonja. She's not well. She is unhappy and miserable and hates herself because she once hung out with Madonna, which I think is a lie, and once hung out with John John. And by the way, yes, I would speak to my own mother this way. I would speak to my own sister this way. Guess what? Your kid finishes last on field day and shits his pants, and the whole class and teacher go inside, and the kid is still running the race and he comes in last. You failed. You don't get a medal for coming in last. Guess what? I came in last in field day. You think I was a jock in high school? But then I studied, I got straight A's, I went to law school, I ran a couple businesses, I sold them, and here I am. I turned out just fine, and I lived the exact life that I want. Now, it's debatable. Some of you would say, you're not exactly fine, David, but guess what? I'm good. Thank you. The point is, not everyone is good at everything. So I'm living in reality here. I'm not coddling anyone. And yes, if this were my mother and did this in New York I would sit her down and be like, and that seems to be what Kyle and Kathy have done to Kim, as they should. It's not funny anymore. Don't forget, Sonja, I go to the Townhouse. It's a gay bar here. She goes there with Josh Flagg. She was kicked out of there. She was kicked out of a place in Philly. It's years. And guess what? Oh, where's Josh Flagg? Josh Flagg isn't your friend. Josh Flagg is your friend for the fun Sonja, the attractive, gorgeous, gay-loving Sonja. But 20 years from now, and maybe 30 to 40 pounds heavier, ain't no Josh Flagg gonna call you. Ain't nobody gonna call you. You have no real friends. It's a grifter. Who are your real people? You need them now. And if the only person is your daughter, she should step in and get you some help. You're not happy. And listen, I get it. But let me tell you something. Alcohol, having sex all fucking day, although that's fun. Drugs, lots of drugs, crack and T and G and Coke and this and that. Being high all day so we don't have to face the real world. All of this isn't going to solve the problems internally. Work on yourself. That's the only thing. Then you could have a little drink. You could have cornbreadhemp.com/velvet to get 30% off the gummies. Obviously, I didn't take the gummies today. Stop lying, Teresa. And Sonja, stop it. She's crying out for help. I don't feel bad for her. That doesn't get us anywhere. Someone has to step in and help her. It's not okay. Thank you for responding to us, Teresa. Gia Giudice, I offered you help. And by the way, these quick hits, this is ridiculous. Not even a quick fucking hit anymore, lasting for this long.